Hello and thank you for watching. Today we're going to be reviewing some pattern testing that I did on this ammo right here. It's a Remington Express buckshot, number 3 buck. Recently I picked up this Maverick 88 shotgun from pawn shop for a pretty good deal. I wanted to start squirrel hunting with it, and I went to Walmart to pick up some ammo to start patterning it, and I saw this buckshot there, and it got me thinking, what if I had to use this as my home defense shotgun for whatever reason, either for budget restrictions or just this is what I had and this is what I had to use. So I saw this number 3 buckshot. I know that this is a very common buckshot that can be found. I know 20 gauge to some people may not seem adequate for a home defense gun, but I'll refer you to a couple of videos that I found pretty much discussing the same topic. Paul Harrell has a couple videos discussing the viability of a 20 gauge, and Honest Outlaw, his video is really good. I'll put those in the description, the link for the description, if you want to see that. I'm not here to discuss whether 20 gauge is good or bad. I'm here just to express that maybe this is what you have to use, and if you had to, is this a good ammo for that? So my testing protocol that I come up with, or that I test my home defense guns, is shooting 5 shots, essentially between 5 to 25 yards in increments of 5 yards. I did skip 5 yards on this one just because I was running low on targets, and I did this kind of impromptu at the range session that I went to last week. So I didn't shoot it. I just made an executive decision. I figured that based on all the other testing that I've done, 5 yards is gonna be good. It's gonna pattern within my standard. So I decided to just did it 10 to 25, and my standard is all pellets need to be within an 18-inch circle. 18 inches was chosen because it's the width of a IPSC not an IPSC target, a USPSA target, shoulder to shoulder. So from an accountability standard, that is my max standard of accountability. I do not want to exceed that, so I test that to that standard. I normally do chrono these, but my chrono did die. The battery died on it, so I wasn't able to do it. But the other video reference that I'll put on the description of my video will be to Matt Tyree's video. I believe he tests the same exact ammo through a different shotgun, but same barrel length. So I think he got like 1150 or 1160. It may vary a little bit, but that's pretty close. The shotgun that I'm using, again, it's a Model 88, Maverick 88 20 gauge, 26-inch barrel with a full choke. Going back to Matt Tyree's video, if you're interested in seeing this ammo being tested at longer distances other than 25, I believe he tests them at 40 yards from viability for hunting standard. So if you're interested in seeing how that patterns at a longer distance than home defense, you can go see his video. Like I mentioned earlier, put the link to his video in the description. Okay, so you should be seeing this table come up on your screen now. Essentially what you're going to see there is I added the testing that I've done for some 12 gauge self-defense loads that I've tested so far, just to have it as comparison. You'll see a couple of these distances highlighted in different colors. Yellow just means that it was within the 18-inch diameter, but a couple of the pellets, or some of the pellets, fell outside of the circle. This could have been either because of my aiming point, or just user error, or there was an issue with zero. If you look at the other video that I did reviewing the 12 gauge ammo, there was definitely a zero, the issue that I had with my optic on my shotgun. So that's just noting that. It's just saying, hey, it's still within 18-inch diameter. It's just it fell out of the circle for whatever reason, but it's still meeting that standard, and I might just needed a zero at that point. Red just means it fell outside of that standard. The extreme spread, for whatever reason, fell outside of that 18-inch standard, and the orange means that there was some exigent circumstances that just needed to be noted. So that's what that means. Okay, so let's jump into it. As you can see, Remington Express Buffer number 3 buck, 20 pellets. There's the ammo part number. Like I mentioned, was not able to measure the speed on this. I did shoot this at a full choke, and talking about the full choke, I'll make sure to shift this so you guys can see. The ammo does list that this is best with a full choke, but you can use it with any choke. Um, so I used a full choke. You'll see here at the 10-yard mark, my extreme spread was 6 3/4 of an inch. At 15 yards, this was a bit weird. Out of the 20 pellets, I did have one that fell almost outside of the paper. And when we switch to the target review, you'll see. Um, but then when we went back to, or when we shot the next shot at the 20-yard mark, uh, it all tightened up again. So I obviously, if you had to take that shot and that was the shot that you took in a home defense or self-defense scenario, you want to be accountable for that. But I also wanted to give the ammo the best possible chance. So I added the worst case scenario, which was 19 3/4 of an inch. But you'll see that during the target review, if we exclude that pellet as an anomaly, the pattern did tighten up to 9 1/4 of an inch, which would be pretty much in line with all the other self-defense ammo that we've tested at that distance. Jumping to 20 yards, it did increase to 14 1/8 of an inch. And at the 25-yard mark, we went up to 26 1/4 of an inch, well, where it did definitely exceed, and the pattern definitely did open up. All right, if you want to continue watching it, just pause it. If not, we'll switch over to the target review. Okay, so here are the targets. You can see at 10 yards, extreme spread was those two pellets right there. And my extreme spread was 6 3/4 of an inch. 15 yards, and this is where I was talking about the where it was highlighted in orange. The extreme spread, accounting all 20 pellets, was from there all the way to there. If we exclude that, then it would be that one, and that one was 9 1/4 inches. If we include all 20, then we would jump up to 19 3/4 of an inch. As I mentioned previously, I mean, if this is the shot you took, this is the shot you took. You would have to be accountable for that pellet, but it could have just been a random event. I mean, this is why we obviously want to test more rounds than just one. But again, I wanted to give the ammo the best possible chance, and if we exclude that, then we fall within the pattern that we normally see at that range. It's up to you to decide whether you would want to use that or not. Okay, so we are at the 20-yard target right here. This right here is just for the wad, but all 20 pellets still accounted for well within that 18-inch diameter circle. Extreme spread was between there, and that extreme spread measured 14 1/8 of an inch. Once we shoot at 25 yards, we do see that that pattern open up quite a bit. We had 5 pellets, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm sorry, 4 pellets that fell outside of that circle. We did have one that broke the line, but it was more on the inside, so I counted it in. But other than that, all 20 pellets were accounted for within that extreme spread. That extreme spread was 26 1/4 of an inch. Okay, so in conclusion, my opinion of it is not the worst, but is maybe there's better choices out there. I'll have to buy some different brands and maybe some different buck. Maybe even try a different choke and see how that makes it better or worse. But in a pinch, definitely think you could use it, especially in home defense distances. If you looked at the table, I'm pretty confident that 5 to 20 yards, it was actually 5 to 15 yards, it seemed to be patterning in line with some other 12 gauge home defense ammo. Where I think the pattern that opens up and it starts being worse is at 20 and 25 yards. So if your distance is somewhere between 5 and 15 yards, you're comfortable with that, then maybe this is a good choice for you. But if it starts extending a little bit past that, then I think maybe you can consider other options at that point. Either way, I appreciate you watching, and if you think there's other ammo that you want to see that you want me to test the way I'm testing it, just leave a comment and let me know, and if I can get it and it's available in my area, I'll definitely do so. Thank you for watching.